Good morning, all. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and fellow digital adventurer. Sorry for the delay. We're trying to see people to join in so that we can just start the webinar on time, right? And it's also, this webinar is actually a learning curve. It's going to be a learning curve for everyone on this platform to see some of our offerings and also to leverage on some of the services and also some of the products that we offer. Right. So my name is Emmanuel Olashibikon. Once again, I would like to welcome you all to this first edition of CyberCloud Web Host webinar. Actually a gateway of online universe. Right. Let me just digress a bit. Right. What we do as a company. At CyberCloud, we are one of the leading native cloud computing service provider in Nigeria, right? We ride on a tier 3 data center in Nigeria and also a VMware Cloud Verified. And the reason being that because some of the policies that guide against hosting outside the shore of Nigeria. And that's the reason why we decided to come up with our company, a cloud service provider in Nigeria for corporate businesses like yours to leverage on. In addition to that, bespoke services, which one of our moderators will be speaking on as part of some of the things that we'll be doing today. We offer infrastructure as a service down to platform as a service. Right. So today we embark on an exciting journey into the realm of web hosting services. Just like a captain preparing to set sail. And also it is essential for us to equip ourselves with knowledge and tools necessary to navigate the vast seas of CyberCloud hosts. So I would like us to fasten our belts. It's going to be an exciting moment for us to understand the intricacies of web hosting services. So on this, for this first edition webinar, right, we have two guest speakers. We have Mr. Tobechukwu Ajoku. We have Duru Julius. And lastly, we have Chinonso. They will be actually speaking more on today's topic, which is CyberCloud hosts offers for Webmasters and also DevOps. So on this lighter note, I would like to bring this remark to an end. Thank you and enjoy this moment. Yeah. So from the list of my agenda for today, right? Like I may mention, I have three people, three speakers that will be talking about that will be sharing more light on some of the things that we need to know about CyberCloud and web host services. So the first person on my list that I'll be speaking to the aspect of introduction of CyberCloud host product and also basic of web hosting is Julius Duru. So Julius Duru is the pre-sales engineer at CyberCloud, and he has vast knowledge in the area of web services, and he'll be throwing more light to some of our basic offerings and what our offerings can offer to corporate businesses like yours. So I'd like to bring on board Julius Duru. Julius Duru, thank you.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you once more for joining this webinar today. So without wasting much of your time, I'll be talking on introduction of CyberCloud host products and basics of web hosting. So just as Emmanuel said, CyberCloud host is one of the products that is owned by CyberCloud. It is a hosting platform that is designed for webmasters and DevOps engineers. So before I go on, I know that some of you might want to ask one or two questions. Please You can use the chatbot to send in questions so that at the end of the presentation, we'll collect these questions and answer them. So that said, yeah, web hosting is all about having your business on internet, your business having a presence online. And how does it happen? You have to have a domain name, just like www.yahoo.com. After that, you also have a hosting plan. A hosting plan is where you actually put your files, your assets, your pictures, videos that you intend to display on your website. So that's space where you gather all this information or these files, and you program them in such a way that when you go online and click, it opens those information about your website. There are different kinds of websites. I'll come to that. So what we do as a company, CyberCloud Host, is to give you this environment, to give you the platform wherein you can actually register your domain name, create a hosting plan. We give you adequate support from the date you got onboarded, give you periodic news information about the performance of your website, and also give you access to some of the freebies you stand to gain from time to time. So having said this, we will also look at some of the products we have in CyberCloud. Okay, so we have different kinds of web hosting. We have shared hosting, we have dedicated server hosting, we have co-located server hosting, we have virtual private servers. These are the kinds of hosting you have online. For shared hosting, what it means is that you have your domain name, you have your hosting plan, and this hosting plan is your own, and the hosting plan of other customers reside on one server. So all the resources that we have given to that server will be shared among all the people that are on that server. So that is what shared hosting is all about. So we give that server enough resources to accommodate the number of people that will be, hosted on that server. So that is what shared hosting is all about. Then we also have dedicated server hosting. For dedicated server hosting, what it means is that you have a machine, a server, solely dedicated for you and your business. So all the resources on that server, RAM, storage, processor, is being utilized by you and you alone. So there is another hosting type that is called co-located server hosting. What it means is you have your own physical server and you are looking for an environment where you place this server. And that environment, we call it a data center. So we also offer that service, co-location service. So if you have that physical machine, maybe it is in your office and you're running your website from it, you can actually bring it to a data center and enable it to run from there. So that is co-located server hosting. Then we also have virtual private servers. So for virtual private server, you don't need a physical machine. You have a virtual machine. That virtual machine is a software that acts like a physical server. So we give you all the resources you need on that virtual machine, and we host it in our own environment. So this server, you can access it from anywhere. And all the resources in this server, RAM, processor, and storage, also belongs to you. You can always ask for us to increase the RAM, increase the processor, and all that. So these are the common types of web hosting, and CyberCloud Host provides all these services. Then some of the products we have in CyberCloud Host include domain name. So domain name, just as I said before, is the URL, your address with which people can reach out to your business you are hosting online. So it could be www.julius.com or julius.ng. So we give you access to buy these domains, be it .com.ng, .ng, any TLD you want, .com, .org. So what you really need to do is to log into our website, which is www.cybercloudhosts.net.ng. So you will see a search bar. The next speaker is going to guide us on how to do this. It's a simple thing. So when you go there, you search for that domain name to see if it exists or not. If it's not yet existing, what you do is you now add it to cart and buy that domain. So once you make payments, which takes less than 2 minutes, after that, that domain name becomes yours. So CyberCloud Host provides this as a product for all our customers. So any TLD that you want to buy, you can simply go to our website and search for it. Once you search for it and it's available, you buy it. And if you want to pay for 2 years, for 1 year, and after when it expires, you have a portal. You create an account from which you can see what is happening to your account. All the things you have bought from CyberCloud Host will be sending you details on to track when they are going, the next time you're going to actually renew them. So the renewal process also doesn't take much time. So this service, which is domain name, can also include domain transfer. Domain transfer means you are hosting with another hosting company, maybe GoDaddy. You want to bring that website to us, the domain name to us. So we actually have that service that will make it possible for you to actually bring in that domain name into CyberCloud Host. So the next thing is domain privacy. What domain privacy means is you have a URL, a website, and you do not want people to actually know some of the details you have used to, register this website. So we have that service. We can provide it for you in such a way that we mask your name, your address, and your phone number, all the details you have used to actually purchase that domain name. So all these fall under domain name is one of the products we offer. Then the next one is WordPress hosting. For WordPress hosting, WordPress is a content management system that is commonly used by many developers. So it's something you can learn within 30 minutes and you start your own website. So from beginner to advanced users can actually use this WordPress. So in our own platform, we have this WordPress integrated in such a way that once you click it, you set it up and your website will be up and running in the next 20 minutes. So the next one here is a cPanel hosting. For cPanel hosting, you have you leverage on some of the applications offered by Softaculous to manage your database, to create webmail, to have an environment where you can write your codes in PHP and other programming languages on our website. So you don't really need to download all environments that you need to write your codes. So within that environment, you can actually develop your website and add other features that you need to make your website to be up and running. Then we also have another product that we call Plesk. So Plesk hosting is also like cPanel hosting. We also have Plesk reseller and cPanel reseller plans. These two plans will help you to actually become a reseller. Maybe you have like 2 or 3 different people you do website for. You can actually get this plan and onboard them as your own customers. Then we also have SSL certificate. SSL certificate is a product that helps you to actually secure your website. So different SSL certificates have been integrated on our own platform. So what are the features you need to consider when you want to choose a web host? These are some of the things a new web developer may find difficult to check or the things they need to consider before they choose a web host. So some of these things include support. We have security, uptime, and bandwidth. So some of these things are very efficient and effective in CyberCloud host. So we have a group of engineers that will always be at your beck and call to support you for any of these products whenever you're onboarded. Then uptime, we are hosting our platform on, we have been running on a tier 3 data center here in Nigeria for the past 6 years at 99.9% uptime. So, and this platform is being hosted in that same environment. So what it means is that you don't have any fear about your website going down, just as we see some other some web hosting companies happen in Nigeria. So on the same platform where we host financial institutions, where we host some services for them, is where this CyberCloud host is riding on. So we don't go down. So the uptime is guaranteed to be at 99.9%. There is no time you come and say that your website is down. Then bandwidth. At times, your websites can grow. For some people that are doing e-commerce, there will be peak periods when you have enough visitors on your website, or you're a blogger. There are times when there will be so much traffic on your website. So what it means is that you actually need to increase the bandwidth to accommodate the traffic, the number of people that are hitting your website at a particular point in time. So this is what we, in CyberCloud host, this bandwidth can be managed. Once you discover that your website is having any issue, because you can actually see some of this information from the back end, you simply reach out to our support team. They will adjust it. So if you also need more resources like RAM, processor, or anything to scale up your website, as in to enhance the performance of your website or your own server, it's very, very easy for us to do. It's a call away, or you just raise a ticket. Once you raise a ticket, somebody's at the back end to ensure that this happens. Then the same thing happens with storage space. For some of you who may be need to have a lot of emails, maybe you have a company that has up to 100 users. So you need the space that will accommodate more of the emails for all your users. We can always adjust it from the back end. Just raise a ticket and our engineers at the back end will respond to it. Then security. Just as I said before, there are top companies in Nigeria, financial institutions, oil and gas, and different categories of companies that are having their resources in our environment. So the same quality of service that you are giving to them is the same thing that all webmasters that are on our platform are going to enjoy. So there is nothing like they hacked your website because CyberCloud didn't implement enough security. So we have top-notch security on our infrastructure that will protect your own environment. And what we do is to also advise our clients to actually ensure that they also play their own role to secure their own servers. So ease of use is also another thing you consider when you want to check hosting company. So when you go to our website, which is cybercloudhost.net.ng, everything you need there is very easy and simplified in such a way that you can always do it on your own. You create an account, you create a request for a domain name, make payment, immediately sends email to you, you activate it, then raise a ticket. All those things are simplified. It's not complex. But at the same time, we also have a support team that will always guide you through on how to achieve anything you want to do on your website. So some of these things that people that are new to web hosting are looking out for before they can choose are already possible or available on our platform. So the next thing is why choose CyberCloud host? Just as I said before, our infrastructure is secured. We also have the hard drive that is used to build everything we use is SSD. It's not the normal HDD that can fail. So SSD is faster, it's more reliable. So everything we use is standard. Then we also have free backup solutions that will help you to back up your own environment. We also advise customers to back up their websites periodically, just in case the unthinkable happens. You have a fallback plan. So we do it, and we also encourage you to do it by yourself. Then antivirus. Our platform is secured with antivirus solutions in such a way that you cannot be attacked except you leave your own server porous for attackers to enter from your own environment. Then we also have free migration. If you want to move your website from where it is to where to our CyberCloud platform, we can guide you on how to do that. So be it WordPress, be it websites you've developed with PHP or any of these programming language, it's as simple as using the FTP, file transfer protocol, to move those files into your own hosting environment. Then we're also WordPress ready. What it means is that should you choose WordPress plan, it's just few clicks. As you are clicking it, the website is actually coming up. When you're done clicking and checking all the things you want, your website is up. Then the next thing is for you to pick up your plugins, the plugins you need to use to set up the WordPress environment. Then I spoke about 99.99 uptime that is guaranteed in our infrastructure. We cannot afford to go below this because there are so many organizations that are running on our infrastructure that cannot tolerate anything less than 99.9%. So, and this is, that we also have email services. For those who have subscribed to cPanel, you can have a webmail. From that webmail, even if you have 100 users, you can create the accounts and create a password and manage all those people just from that front. For other people who want to use email hosting as a package, we also have that service. So with this, I want to come to an end to this so that I don't take much of your time. So in conclusion, CyberCloud Host provides the right infrastructure, support, and security that is required for you to actually host your business website or your personal website, any kind of website you want, or e-commerce within our environment. We also have the support that you need. We have a ticketing system and a customer care email that you can always reach out to, and somebody will always come to assist you for any of the requests you place on us. So thank you very much. Emmanuel.
All right, Julius, thank you for that wonderful presentation. I hope we've captured all what you just said. As you can see, right, at CyberCloud, we're not just a cloud service provider here in Nigeria alone. We also provide another leg of solution that Nigerians can also benefit from, right? This is Nigerian made, African made, and that's the reason why we have this the first edition, right? We're not just new in the market space. We want Africa at large and also Nigeria to also benefit from the cloud hosting service that we intend to provide to customers and also businesses out there. So I think there are two questions, Julius. I think during your presentation, right, there are two questions that we have in the chat box. The first question says, I think it was from Adiola Palodu, says, do you have a business continuity plan or backup for your primary hosts? I don't know if you would like to address that before I move to the second question. Yeah.
Yes, we have our entire infrastructure we have a DR center or DR sites where we back up the primary sites. What it means is that whatever we have on the server is being replicated on another data center. So this is actually to mitigate against any eventuality. If anything happens on the primary site, it's like a mirror. The mirror image of what you have on the primary site is on the secondary site. So if we have any need to do maintenance on the primary site, we switch over to secondary site. So with that, all our customers will not lose anything. If for these financial institutions that are on our platform, they won't even know that they are not on the primary site, they're on the secondary site. So the same thing happens to the CyberCloud host platform. All what we have on the primary site is replicated on the secondary site. That is why we are hitting our chest to say that we don't go down. So if anything happens to primary, we switch over to secondary and all our customers will be fine. That notwithstanding, just as I said before, we also encourage our customers to do their backup periodically. It could be daily backup, it could be weekly backup, so that if in the course of maybe changing one file that is actually running on your website, you make a mistake, you can easily revert to the last backup and your site is still fine. So the next question here is, what are the various costs of for the domain names? So the costs of the domain name is, I think the next presenter is going to share the screen to actually show the cost. But for now, the easiest way to do it is when you go to the website. For instance, I want to buy julius.org. I go there and search for that domain, julius.org. It's another person using it. If nobody is using it, then it will now tell me that it is free. So once I click add to cart, it displays the amount that is chargeable for .org or .com or .ng. So we have also taken time to make sure that our prices are very, very competitive because we take the convenience of our customers at heart for now. So the cost of these services can be found on the website. So when we display the website, we're going to walk you through on how to get a cost for SSL certificate, for .com, for each of the plans like Plesk, cPanel, WordPress. So they are all on the website. So it is not a difficult thing to see. So I don't know if
yes. All right, Julius. Thank you for trashing out those questions. Because we have a time frame for each speaker. On this note, I would like to bring the second speaker on board, Chinonso. Chinonso happens to be the cloud technical for CyberCloud. And on this, for this particular webinar, Chinonso will be talking about customer onboarding and also customer support channels. There you'll learn about what you need to know about customer onboarding, maybe in terms of KYC, maybe in terms of some of the supports we offer at CyberCloud. You know, because your business is a major top priority for us, for people to see what you would like to display to the world. And without us, right, being the backbone of your business digitally, there won't be your business. So so on this note, right, I'd like to welcome on board Chinonso Odoem. I'm sure I pronounce your surname very well. All right, welcome on board, Chinonso. Yeah.
Chinonso Demena. My name is Chinonso Demena.
Okay.
Good afternoon. Good morning, everyone. Can anyone hear me?
Of course, loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So, good morning, everyone. I'm excited to share some insights with you today on two crucial aspects of our work here in at CyberCloud Platform Limited. So, I'm talking about the customer onboarding and the customer support channels. Now, let me start with the customer onboarding. Now, picture this scenario. A potential customer lands on our website, eager to explore our hosting services. They sign up, and what happens next sets the stage for their future journey with us. This is where customer onboarding becomes paramount. So it is not just about getting customer on board, it is about ensuring they feel welcome, supported, and ready to dive into what we have to offer. So why is customer onboarding so important? Well, it is our chance to make a stellar first impression. A smooth onboarding process can lead to happier customers and increased loyalty. On the other hand, a confusing onboarding experience could send customers running in the opposite direction. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to share my screen. If you can see my screen, please let me know. I hope everyone can see my screen.
Yes, we can now.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. Thank you very much. So what you are seeing currently on the screen now is this is our Webhost portal. This is where you make your purchase for any web hosting services. Now on the page on the screen now, it's the home page. The home page. So let me go first with onboarding a customer on this page now. So as a visitor, a guest, a first timer, I want to purchase some services here. There are two ways I can go about it. Is either I register an account, or at the time of purchase I'll register the account. So let me just go on with registering the account. So if you want to register the account, you move your mouse to the top right corner. You can see my screen, you can see register there. So you just click on it. Now, after clicking on it, you will get a page, a registration page. So this page is for you to fill up your credentials. This is where you fill up your credentials like your name, your last name, address, all these informations. You get them filled. Now, at the end of the registration, if you click on register, you will get a notification email for verification because we need to verify your email addresses. So once you get your registration done, you get a verification email to verify that your email address. So all you just need to just do is go to that your email box, get the message, and click on the verification code to verify it. That is just all we just need for onboarding the processes. Now, for purchase, if you want to purchase any of the services we offer, let me say something like a domain name and a hosting plan. Now, on this page, you can see what is written here. Register your domain. So on this page. This is where you get to impute your domain name, like what Mr. Julius has said earlier. So this is where you impute those names and you get the status of that name, if it is available or not. So for example, if I should just come up with something like let me see, cloud tech, for example, now at the searching of this name, the system will look out for this name if it is available. Now, looking at what I'm seeing now, you can see that the domain is available. So this is where customers can now proceed in purchasing this domain. And with regards to the question that was also asked about the prices, under this page, you can get to see, for example, now the TLD we have here is .com. So when I mean TLD, I'm talking about the extension. So I'm talking about .com, .com.ng, .net, anyhow you want it. So now for the .com, it has a price tag of 17,700 naira. Now the same thing happens to .ng, which is 77. Same thing happens to .com.ng. So every TLD has their own prices. Their prices varies. Now you know what you want to purchase. So at the time of your searching and everything, all you just need to do is to add to your cart. Now I'm adding this cloudtechnical1.com to the cart. Now I've just added a domain to my cart page. Now if I want to proceed in adding a web hosting, so all I have is domain currently. Now I want to add a web hosting, so I need to exploit. Now either I click on this exploit packages now, or I just continue. Anyone you click, it takes you to page of purchasing a hosting plan. Now, this is the page of an hosting plan. Now, on this page, you get to see that the plan that is being described there is the cPanel plan. Just like as Mr. Julius have described, we have different kind of services sell to. So now on this page is just the cPanel page. All you just need to just do is to select the plan that you want, the one that meets up with your requirement, because each plan has their own features. So now when I mean features, I'm talking about their resources. Now if you look at the bronze, you get to see that it has 6 gig disk space, while for the silver has 12 gig disk space. Same thing happens to the gold and same thing happens to the platinum. So as a customer, I believe you know the one you want to order. So all you just need to do is select your preferred choices, click on it. Now when you click on it, you get a question if you want to use this domain, if you want to use this domain, the one that is on the cart. This is this cloud technical one. You want to use it for that hosting plan that you just registered. So if that is what I want to do, I'll just use it. If that is not what I want to do, I'll register a new one. There are options to that. Now on this page, this is the configuration page. Now on this page, I have my the cPanel, I have my hosting plan ready. I have the billing cycle. So if I would want this to be annually, if I want it 2 years, 3 years, any duration I want it, all you just need to just do is every duration has its own price tag. So this is just on the plan. Now at the end of everything, you see your ordering summary. Now this ordering summary, this is where you get to confirm everything that you've selected. Now on my ordering summary, you can see that I'm having the cPanel hosting plan. Then my domain is not here. So if my domain is not here, all I just need to just do is to continue. Then now when I click on continue, you can see that I'm being bring to this page of my domain. Now this is my domain page. Now it's asking me if I would want a DNS management or ID protection, email forwarding. So it depends on what you want. Now if I select on these tools and continue, I'll come to the final review and checkout page. Now on this page, I get to see everything that I've ordered, my orders. Now I get to see my orders. I get to see the hosting plan. I get to see the domain. I get to see everything that I've made order for. Now all I just need to do, if my orders are confirmed correctly, all I just need to do is to register. Like I said, if you don't have an account with us, you need to register here. Then if you do have an account with us, you just log in your existing customer login. Once you log in, then you click on checkout. It takes you to the page of the payment gateway. Now, the payment gateway we have currently is the CyberPay payment gateway. So this is tested and this is secured. Customers, you don't need to be worried about anything. I can give you the assurance that the payment gateway platform is secured. In fact, the platform itself is secured, so you're there for payment, so you can get to do anyone on onboarding customers. I hope this is very clear. I hope this is very clear. So I hope someone can hear me.
Yes, Chinoso.
Okay, fine. So as I'm saying, so now let me talk about the customer support channel. So no matter how automatic our platform may be, our customers they are bound to have questions or encounter issues at some point. And that is where our customer support channel comes into play. They are the lifeline that connects us with our customers when they need help the most. We offer several support channels, serving different purposes. We have the ticketing system that provide assistance for questions. Now, implementing a ticketing system helps us to stay organized and ensures that no customer's inquiry goes unanswered. So what I'm trying to say, if I'm going to share my screen again, if you can see it, let me know. So now, 1 second, please. Supporting system. Now, I talked about the ticketing system. Now, if a customer has a complaint or they needed a support on something, we are here to provide that support. Now, how do we go about this? If I'm a customer and I have a complaint to make, all I just need to do is just to come to the support page. The contact page. Now, under this page, so under this page, I'm going to get a form, and this form is my complaint. I'm having problem. Okay, now I'm here. Okay, good. So now this is the ticketing page. Now under this page, all you get to do here is to describe what the complaint is. But before then, you need to describe the ticket information. Now you need to state out your name, your email address. Now, the department, is this issue related to the technical or is related to the sales department? So you select. Then now the priority, you state the priority of this issue, if it is on a high priority or a medium or a low. No matter which one you choose, we attend to you on that. Now, under this page, you state out your message, the subject of the message, then the body of the message. Now, if you have some pictures or some JPEG files or TXT file, any file like extension that is related to this complaint that you would want to share with us, this is where you get to attach such file. So any attachment is being attached here. So all you just need to do is to select the file, then you submit it. Now you can also add more attached file in case maybe if the problem is not about one description, you have a lot of pictures to describe the problem, you can attach as many as you want. Then at the end of everything, you click on submit. So this is on ticketing support. This is on ticketing support. Yeah, so like I said earlier, I said we also have other channels for this support. We also have the email support team where customer can send messages from their email to our own email addresses, and we get these issues which empowers customers to find solutions on their own. But it is not just about offering this channel, it is about delivering exceptional support through them. So and support channels are crucial components of our mission to provide top-notch services to our customers. Thank you for your attention. I'm eager to hear your thoughts and answer any questions you may have for me. Thank you.
All right, Chinoso, good one from your end. One of our watchword at CyberCloud is support. Aside from support, one of our core values is also integrity as well. We actually preach what we can do, and that is the reason why we are still up and running in the space of cloud computing. Also, aside from that, we have a couple of corporate businesses on our platform that they started leveraging on our web services, and that's the reason why we decided to also bring in a technical person from the support aspect to actually guide us, to tell us what we have, the plans we have as regards to the support. So thank you very much, Chinoso, for that wonderful presentation. To the first and last speaker anyway. So I have the head of technical CyberCloud, but this, I will say this presentation is going to be more of discussion around security, some of the freebies we have, some of the things that we needed to hear. I'm very certain that Julius and also Chinoso has already touched base on some of the things that is actually needed for us to hear. So, Mr. Tobe, okay, just a minute, please. So, like I said, right, this is going to be more of like, discussion. Okay, so Mr. Tobe, I've had a couple of stories around web security, people hacking people's websites, hackers hacking people's websites. So what can you talk about CyberCloud web host platform in terms of security? What can you say about that? Yep.
All right, Ima, thank you so much for bringing me in. All right, so basically, let me just take a step backwards. and then answer your question. Why are we now offering a web-based platform? From where we started as a core cloud computing environment where basically we hosted an enterprises, what we did at that point was allocate, dedicated security management platforms to these enterprises. From the flagship product which we had, which we call the software-defined data center. The enterprises had absolute control over their security appliances, and they configure their systems policies as they desired, as of course in consonance with their internal policies. However, moving straight to where we are currently, where we found a market that was lacking that bridge, bridge between the small MSMEs, the web host platform need in the market, and the enterprises. We decided to launch a web host platform that could be a bit more cost effective for people who wanted to just host on the shared platforms, and also scaling later to where they will now have the full grade enterprise platforms. We decided to ensure that the same grade of security that is available to the customers who have the SDCs were also available to customers who are on board on the shared web host platform. Now, and this is to mitigate all the risks that people face where your website is hosted on a platform, and security, so there's something called the security triad, the CIA triad, right? Where the more you move confidentiality to the right, the more integrity, is moved to the left, and so on. So you can't have it all put together. With a multiple hosts, multiple tenants on a particular host, then you must find the balance around all what each person must have. But to ensure that security is still as applied to each customer, we have provided tools on the system to ensure that a customer can by themselves define what their own security posture needs to look like, while also meeting those baselines that helps us ensure that the platform itself is secure across all the systems. So ensuring that the system is secure is what we've done by ourselves, but ensuring that the customer themselves can make those tweaks that allows their own functionalities to suit what they want to have is also what we've provided on the consoles to give them those tweakable, knobs to turn on and turn down, and block this or block that, and ensure their systems stay as secure as they want it to be.
Okay. Good one. So that brings me to another question. Most people that are not techie, they find it difficult to understand, what web hosting is all about and how they can host their website for people to see, right? Because businesses have gone back past the fact that you just have to be in a space. You want people to see what you're doing. You want people to see what you're currently into. You want people to see from the outside. You want people to see that oh, you offer these services. So my question is, do I need to have a technology background to become a webmaster, or let me just say a web developer to host my platform? Yeah.
Okay, so the answer is no, an obvious no for that sake. There was a time where building a website required you to understand HTML coding and all of that. But not again. There are concepts that are already pre-built where a user, a customer, a business owner can easily adapt them, maybe by just putting in pictures of what their own product or what their services look like. And voila, the person has a website. And of course, such are now available on our platform, what we call the website builders. So you don't need to have those technology backgrounds to be able to adopt one of those templates, put in your pictures here and there, put in your contact, your phone number and email and so on, and you see a website pop out. However, you now have to host it. So hosting is also very easy once you have adopted those website builder templates. A plan is chosen, a name is already bought, and the system allows you to host those systems. So technology background is a plus, and if you have it, you have a plus. However, you can go ahead and get what you want to do done without having to have all those skill sets in your kitty. But as you progress, as you use the platform, one thing I assure is that you would get to learn, you get to see how things are done, you get to adopt and adapt, what you know to suit what you want to achieve. You will also have guide, like you also said earlier, guide from our team. You can ask questions. If you run into any issues, we'll be there to help you sort it out. So this is a market that we feel needs a lot of hand holding, and for that reason, we've set aside a team that would always be available to answer questions and to guide our customers to use the system efficiently and to get the most of the outcomes from using it as well.
Okay, thank you for that answer. Another thing I could remember, someone said to me that he's currently hosting abroad, and he doesn't know whether it is possible for him to transfer where he's currently hosting to not a local cloud service provider like us, but I'm just saying that is it possible for someone to migrate from an hosting platform outside? It might not be outside the shore of Nigeria, it might just be local, but okay, is it possible for that person to move from one hosting platform to another hosting platform?
Yes, certainly. One of the options we offer is migrating your domains. You can move your records, you can move your web host itself onto our own site and host it. And we have had customers do that. We have about a few customers. So way back when we started this, before you went commercial in 2022, right? And this is way back right now. The first customer we had on the platform actually moved from somewhere else onto the system. The second person also did. Yesterday we had somebody, a government official, who also did. So it's not a new thing. You can start afresh on the platform, but if you already have something existing somewhere else, yes, you can move and get on the platform. And just to mention this, there is that plus, where your websites are hosted close to your customers. And I'm assuming I'm talking to people who have businesses running or need to reach customers who are also local here in Nigeria. The ability to click and the site opens quickly, of course, with all the optimizations in place, is also a plus to how much customers you can get. The reason is that the typical attention span for everybody in the current social media age has reduced. If your website is not loading quickly, then you have a problem. And there could be many reasons why that is the case. If your website is hosted outside and is not reachable in good time, then it's a challenge to your customers and might mean you're losing businesses. So yes, you can move to us, and we have experiences also for customers who have moved to our platform.
Okay, great. So that brings me to the last question, but not really last question anyway, because there are still more questions. I'm sure by the time we check the chat box, we'll see more questions from them. So how flexible is CyberCloud web host platform? How flexible is it? How flexible it is? So can I bring in let's say a solution that I can add to the platform? How flexible it is?
Okay, so if you say solutions, I will be thinking of web apps, right?
Exactly.
So essentially what we have available today is a system that is integrable to services, right? And because, like I mentioned, a customer has his own console, he can integrate what is running on the system into whichever services he wants to interact with. There are also controls around what you want to integrate and what you don't want to integrate. There's leacher protection, there is mod security, and some of those security guides and ensures that you do not have people pushing in files or connecting to your system or referencing your own website from places that you don't want to, so you can create all those guides. But yes, the system is flexible enough to allow you to run out your web apps and also integrate to customers and partners as you wish to have them run for your system. Yeah.
Oh, great. All right, Mr. Toby, thank you for that, that answer. But a lot of people have been reaching out to me a couple of days, talking about freebies, bonuses. But I don't know, do we have, I don't know if CyberCloud has something in that regards in terms of freebies, bonuses, like the other web hosting platform does. Can you talk more about that? Because a lot of people really want to, subscribe to our platform, and they've been reaching out to me for freebies, bonuses. Do we have such in place?
Yes, we have freebies. And we have loads of them, and we are also going to roll out some large-scale freebies. So just to deviate a bit. So on the cloud computing platform itself, right, where we have the IaaS, the platform as a service, and software as a service, and all of that, we are rolling out freebies at a very large scale. And the reason is that we have come to see that the market needs to have experience. And those freebies are not just freebies to throw around or waste. It's also to guide a whole industry into adopting a new way of, building and interacting with systems. Yeah. So what we have is ability for you to pay for a period of time and get discounts. So discounts around, are you paying for a year for a service that has a monthly denominated payment available as well? When you do that, there are discounts that come to you. If you decide to pay for 2 years for a domain, right, rather than pay for 1 year, there's also a discount. You pay for 5 years, there's also a discount. Those allows our customers to gain upfront, benefits for commitments onto the platform. There will also be, and we'll roll this out big time, freebies around the DevOps environment, DevOps market, the DevOps people on the call who would like to test out the platforms that we have, because we're rolling out a full grade platform as a service environment. We're also calling on independent software developers, ISVs, and vendors who are here on the call to come in and talk about partnerships around populating the platform with software that you would need to sell locally. So I'll give an example. If you have a you have a service, possibly like an HR management system, you have a procurement management system, and you want to sell it locally to the market here in Nigeria, let's have a talk. Let's chat about that. It can be onboarded on our platform as a software as a service. We'll handhold you on how to get it working, and also how to make it a multi-tenant environment for customers to onboard and use within the ecosystem of your choice. And also Nigeria is one of them. So yeah, so there are a lot of freebies. I can't read them all out right now. So there are freebies on payment, there are freebies on services, there are test platforms. Yeah, so when you check up, just keep your eyes on our websites, cybercloud.net.ng, as well as cybercloudhost.net.ng. You would get to see all of those pop up whenever they are available for you to take advantage of. Yep.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Tobichukwu, for for answering all our questions. So that brings me to the end of your own session. But I think we have one more question from the chat bot. I don't know. This was actually meant for Julius. Before we bring this webinar to a meaningful close. I think the question says, what services do you not allow to be hosted on your platform? I would like to be answered or addressed or linked to an article that discussed this.
Okay, so let me take that question quickly. I think I can answer that. All right, so basically, there's the acceptable use act, not acts, acceptable use policies, that we have for our services. Essentially as well, websites that you cannot host on our platform are websites that go against the law. And by this, I'm referring to the laws of Nigeria currently, and also the laws of any other country for which your website is meant to be available. If it's a criminally minded service, if it's something that the law prohibits within Nigeria, yes, it's not allowed to be hosted on our platform. And why is that an issue? Because will not be the system that projects an unlawful system, or an unlawful service to a people that do not want it. So there is an acceptable use policy. We might not know what website you're hosting. We might not know what it is you put on your images and stuff you put on your website. However, the idea is that when we get to know, having given you those acceptable use policies, we'll be in our right to take down that website, of course, in accordance to what the law says about the service we provide. But yes, for every other business, for every other person, for every other enterprise, SME, hosting their businesses, hosting their legitimate services, our platform is open for use, and we'll provide you every service available and support as well to ensure that you not just do well, but you also get the benefit of using our platform. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Tobichukwu, for that wonderful answer. I hope we've all learned one or two from this webinar. And this is going to be a continuous one. Essentially, it's not just going to be one-off. So, and the reason is just for us to educate, to create awareness for what we do as a company, not just as web hosting platform company, but also there are other services we offer, right, that can help automate your business processes end to end, right? So the second edition will be coming, let's say maybe in third quarter or fourth quarter, right, for this webinar. Okay, so to that, I would like to thank everyone on this call. I would like to thank the hosts. I would like to thank the speakers from the CyberCloud, Ed Technical, Mr. Tobichukwu, the Ajoku, the brain behind our cloud platform, right? He has vast knowledge in cloud computing. So I would like to thank Mr. Julius Duru, the pre-sales engineer, the person that is also part of the people that actually mastermind this platform. And lastly, Chino, so technical and also support expert on this call. I'd like to thank everyone. Please watch out for the second edition for this particular webinar. Thank you all, and do have a great day. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Nice one.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.